What's up, YouTube? Your boy JD making another video here on a increasing situation I keep finding myself in with a lot of new people or inexperienced people within the hobby. But first, I want to say big thanks and a big shout out to all of my Patreon supporters. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Y'all have truly impressed me because I just put that video out there about the changes a week or two ago or so, and the number of people that have dove in on my Patreon. Hey, I appreciate you dudes, and I hope you dudes are enjoying the full uncut footage and the how-to videos and the DVR footage and all that good stuff, man. And also, just to throw it out there for the other people that don't know, the guys that's in my Patreon, they don't even need a 3D printer no more. Let's just say that. Anything that they need to have printed, parts, because everybody got something on the plane. Everybody that has a plane just about wants something 3D printed. And I'm doing that for my Patreon only and fixing those guys up. So that's another reason, a good reason, I guess, for some people to jump aboard. But anyway, big shout out to my Patreon. I appreciate you dudes. But this video here, let's go ahead and dive right off in it, man. Flying successfully, man. Not just flying successfully, but flying at range. The word range is huge nowadays. I mean, it's nothing like it used to be. You know, back in the day, long range was, 15 miles plus. But today, of course, some people are doing 5 miles and they consider that long range. And that's cool. Just time has changed. You know what I'm saying? It's different strokes for different folks, as the young people say these days. But anyway, first of all, if you are trying to fly beyond 2 miles, for sure, get you a UHF system. The best two in the game, Dragonlink. Most advanced system on the market. Most reliable system on the market. Huge community. You can jump into RC groups, ask anything, and you'll probably get 5 replies. We're back to your question. Great product. Crossfire on the Nano Talon. You guys know, and I got it on several other planes too as well. Good product. It works. It just but this one is more acceptable to interference. 915 megahertz. It just does, man. We ran into issues with this one where with Dragonlink never dropped off, never left. Dragonlink's always been Dragonlink is a better system than Crossfire, hands down. I mean, the only big difference for me was the size of the nano receiver compared to Dragonlink's nano receiver, which you'll have a hard time trying to find right now. That was a big difference for me. That's why I went that direction. Anyway, you're gonna need some kind of UHF system to be able to achieve some decent kind of range. You know what I mean? To where you don't have to worry about dropouts and fail safes and all that crazy stuff. That's the main thing. Get your UHF system. That's all you really need. Okay? Video-wise go, 5.8, 2.4, 1.2. You can use whatever you want to use. You just need to learn how to aim your antennas properly. I got a whole nother video on that on my YouTube channel that's schooling you how to aim your antennas to be able to get good range. That's done. The issue that I keep running into is people are going out there listening to other folks' videos and they're trying to follow their steps and they're getting their head busted trying to follow somebody else's steps. Simple as that. They're getting the same results, same issues. And I'm not going to call any names or anything like that, but the most recent one that I've been getting, I done got 2 or 3 different messages about what people's asking me questions about it, is this Dragonlink relay setup. It's cool. It's awesome. I mean, I think it's pretty cool, but at the same time, overkill. Overkill. There's no need to make a relay for your Dragonlink transmitter. In other words, having your Dragonlink transmitter out on the damn pole somewhere and you're flying, 50 feet away from it, whatever, you know what I mean? If you got a house, if you fly from your house, go ahead, go for it. It's cool. You know what I mean? If you primarily fly from your home and you got to set up to where you can run the, put a Dragonlink on the wall or run the antenna outside the house, go for it. It would make sense in that application to some extent. But just a habit for us everyday flyers to actually travel, to go out to the fields and fly this here and that, it's overkill. It's not needed. That is something to where you talking about doing some serious range to where you need to have your Dragonlink or Crossfire, whatever you're using, that far away from yourself. You know what I mean? Or that high up in the air to get range. It don't take that with Dragonlink to get good range. Let me show you guys what I'm using. That's the plain Reptile Dragon. If you guys look at the community tab, know my Patreon guys, y'all already seen the DVR footage. But 16.48 miles on this plane, 5.8. You see the DL antenna in the back. All I had, and what I've been using for years, this old traditional whip style antenna on a V3 or V2 Dragonlink. Okay? That's it. Simple as that. And this is me sitting on my butt in my chair in a cornfield that's probably about 30 feet in front of me that's about 10 foot tall. Okay? I'm sitting down in a chair with this radio in my hand, flying out 16 miles. No relay, no magic tricks, no nothing. That's all it takes. Okay? So for the guys that jump ship and went and built the relay set up and this here and that, and you still only able to get, 2 or 3 miles without fail safe kicking in, it ain't. The relay setup is not going to help you. You're having an issue either with your antenna that's on the plane, on the back of the plane, on the DL. There's either something wrong with the antenna. You got the antenna upside down. The antenna wire is broke or something. Or it don't happen too often, but it will happen. I've seen it. It happened to me before on my V2, where that SMA connector on the Dragonlink for the antenna itself will go bad. And that's usually from, you bumping around or, excuse me, hitting something with it in transportation or something. Dragonlink is reliable. You can sit on your butt and fly out as far as you want to in any direction. It don't require a Yagi antenna like dudes been talking about using with Crossfire and all that stuff. You don't need that. Really, you don't even need that with the Crossfire unless you're trying to get telemetry the whole entire time. You might want to go to like the one guy said he used a Yagi antenna and manually points it where the plane is. But he's doing that just because he wants telemetry the whole entire time he's flying. Overkill. But the relay setup, again, it's cool, but at the same time, read in between the lines, man. Read in between the lines, man. And notice that every single part that's needed for that setup, there's a affiliate link along with it. So that should tell you the sum of the story. It ain't needed. It's just a cool idea that somebody trying to make some money off of. The end. I said it. Don't be mad. Don't be mad at me that you fell for a sucker and thought that you needed that to fly far. You don't. And here's another thing too. We're going to go ahead and throw it out there too. Don't make some folks mad, man. I don't care. I just keep it real. Y'all know me. But all these folks talking about you need to get this to fly far. You got to use 1.2 to go far. You got to have this on your plane. You got to have this on your ground station. Yada, 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 yada. They talking about all this stuff about what you need and what you can't use, this and that. But look at the big picture. Do they got any videos showing themselves flying that far out to where you would need something like that? I mean, be real. Ask yourself this question. Where is the proof? You show me all this stuff, what I need, this here and that, but you give or take flying 3 to 5 miles in a circle in front of yourself. I mean, it don't take that. It don't, man. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. You know, a lot of people, they hype stuff up and, you know, it's cool, but again, they're not even using it themselves. You know what I mean? So other words, it's a waste of money for the next man to get it if he flying the same kind of flight pattern like them people flying. You know, if you're doing 5 miles, there's no need for all that stuff. For that kind of setup, a relay setup to where I would have my Dragonlink antenna up on the wall or some shit like that, or have it on a pole or whatever not, you better believe I'm planning on doing 30, 40 miles out. That's where it might come in handy at. But then I still don't know, because the Dragonlink is just so good as is, man. It doesn't take all that extra stuff to get the kind of results that I'm getting anyway, that I'm showing you guys that I'm getting. You know what I mean? You can see in the community tab on my channel, me posting the OSD summit screen, so on and so forth. I'm showing you proof of what I'm actually doing. So let my video guide you guys in the right direction on that notation. That's all I got to say about that, man. And just remember, people these days trying to make money. That's simple as that. They'll tell you anything to get you to buy stuff that you do not need. It does not require it. And the main thing of it all is how you gonna follow somebody that ain't even showing any real results. Flying 3 to 4 miles is easy. You can do that with just about any plane, any setup. Heck, you probably can even do that with 2.4 by itself and not even have to have UHF. Think about it like that. Next topic. These ground stations. What I got, all this stuff right there, every bit of that is overkill for somebody flying circles above their head. You don't need a setup like this to fly 5 miles out. You can easily do this with a one diversity antenna on 5.8, get yourself a pepper box or a 5-turn and call it a day. That's all you need. You don't need no antenna tracker. You don't need none of this stuff to keep it close range. 5 miles to me is close range. Sorry, guys, that think that's really something, but I'm just saying, I'm just being honest. It don't take that. It don't take all of this to fly circles or to fly in the field or just to get good video reception, period. I mean, it don't. One diversity antenna by itself, pepper box, 5-turn, or pepper box and get your omnidirectional just in case you fly behind yourself. That's all you need. Overkill. And again, I keep proving more and more every time. I'm gonna go further. The next flight is gonna be 21 miles out. But 5.8, as you guys seen, my Patreons anyway seen, 5.8 going 16.48 miles, 5.8 was still solid. That's just the truth. You know what I mean? So there's no point in having to haul this big guy out there to the field and there's 2 diversity antennas and all that good stuff to get good video. And again, I'm doing everything they say you can do on 5.8 that you can do on 1.2. I'm flying low on 5.8 with no issues at range. You know, 5 miles out, just not cracking above 250 feet altitude. So, and I got trees and corn and everything in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I say, I'm trying to help you guys, save you guys some time and some frustration. And just letting it be known, man. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't go out there buying all this stuff that you don't need and that you will never use. And it's just a hassle for you to have to set up every time because you don't fly from your house. You know, just keep it in mind. Your boy JD said, that's all you need. That's it. Dragonlink standard transmitter, V2, V3. Get you a whip antenna, get you a chair, have a seat, have fun. Done. Put your transmitter in auto. As far as the power level go, that's all you need. Video wise go, 5.8 work just fine. Just learn how to. Yeah, 5.8 work just fine at range, man. It's all about how you aim your antennas and how you send your beam. Like I already mentioned, there's a video on that one on my channel. If you guys want to look at it, go for it. It's in there. I might even put a link to that video in this description to try to help you guys out, man. But that pretty much sums it up. You know what I'm saying? Just don't fall for the okie doke. And remember, a lot of people talk. A lot of people talk. That's for sure. And they talk based upon somebody else's experience, not their own. If the person doesn't have actually experience at range, if they're telling you 8 kilometers is far, you tell them bullshit. JD said that was bullshit. And send them to me. Hey, I'll talk with them. You know what I mean? If that's the case, you know what I'm saying? If y'all need a helping hand, hey, I'll prove them wrong. I'll just tell them just straight up. That's freaking bullshit. And it's the same thing. You know what I mean? It's like with I know somebody's gonna holler and say that you need to have your antenna, video transmitter antenna, far away from your Dragonlink. You need as much separation as possible. With 5.8, that is not the case. As you can see how close those two antennas are. Same thing with this one, crossfire. And the 5.8 antenna is right behind it. You don't have to have a whole bunch of separation. You don't have to have the UHF out here on the wing and the 5.8 over there. You don't have to have that. Not for 5.8. Now, with 1.2, you do want as much separation as possible on the plane and on the ground. You don't have to. Let me go and stress this, because I know somebody's going to say, oh, the relay setup, the radio modem setup is for where you're using different frequencies, lower frequency stuff, and you need to have it as far as away possible from the Dragonlink. No, dog. If you flying 5 miles in a circle, you don't have to have your 1.2 ground station at the door and you are way over here for this shit to work. No, literally 1.2 right here. Again, I haven't, with 1.2, when I drive my truck, for example, okay, Dragonlink antenna right there behind it, you can see it. I got a 10-foot cable that I stretch out from myself, from that guy to where I'm at, and that's it. No interference between the Dragonlink and 1.2, no issues at all. Why? Dragonlink is 1280 friendly. Now, of course, if you get them this close together to each other, yeah, you're going to have some issues. You're going to notice some flickering in your video. If you got your video receiver and the Dragonlink that close together to each other on the ground, yes, you might notice some issues. But for the range I see these guys flying around today, that's just overkill, man. That's some cool stuff, man, but it's overkill, man. Don't fall for the okie doke. Stop buying all this crazy stuff that you know you don't need for real. Save yourself some money. If you're having issues with your Dragonlink, you can't go no further than 6 miles, check your antenna. Do a micro power mode test. That's the first thing to always do. Micro power mode test. If you can't get 30 to 35 feet away from the plane and the transmitter, you got a problem going on. Just simple as that. And what's funny is, though I say that, but on my Nano Skyhunter, with that particular plane, I knew the antenna on that dude was jacked up. I was only able to get like maybe 12 to 15 feet in the micro power mode test. And that plane still went out 12 miles like it wasn't nothing. So, again, Dragonlink's solid. It's good. If you can't get far on it, you got some other issues going on with your wiring. Or, again, your antenna must be just real bad. Cable broke in your antenna. SMA connector jacked up, it's gonna be something real bad to where you can't get range with Dragonlink, dude. Simple as that. So all this other stuff people talking about, overkill, is not needed. Anyway, I'm done. I hope this helped any of you guys. Y'all have any questions, y'all hit me up. My Patreon guys, y'all be looking out for this new video to come within a day or two. Peace. We out.